Well, their paint, it's interesting because I won an introductory set of their paints when I was in a show, and I supplemented my colors with those, and I thought that the colors were fantastic, but I didn't think I could afford them. And then as I started using them more and more, what really drew me to them is how much pigment is in that paint. And it's really, I'm not going to say it's 2 tubes of paint in one, but it's just, it's like 25% richer than everything else. And the color is cleaner. Your mixtures are pure because they don't have the other stuff in it. And for me, the biggest driving force was having my child and having my studio in the house and not wanting solvents and things like that in our living space. I've got 2. I can't name just one, but 2 colors I'm obsessed with right now are King's Blue and Indian Red. I can't get enough of them. It's interesting because I think I have a lot of trouble mixing purples, out of cadmiums and alizarins and things like that. They're too saturated, or they're too gray, or they're not just right. There's something about Indian Red that I get that purple that I feel like I see in nature without the difficulty that I would normally have trying to mix it out of a limited palette. And what I like about the King's Blue is I don't want to say it's a cheater color because it's really just white and blue. Anybody can mix that up. But it's so invaluable in mixtures for distance, for sky reflections on the ground plane, and in the water. It's just indispensable. It's a go-to color, yeah. There's one that I put back on my palette that I haven't had in a while, and that's Indian Yellow. Trying to get rid of the cadmiums for health reasons, but just experimenting with what Indian Yellow can do to mixtures to make light. I call it light in a tube, sunlight in a tube. I always tell my students, don't listen to anything that I say right now because that's going to change when the wind blows. There are certain things that I really enjoy now, but that might not be the case later on, But for the most part, I've got a selection of tools that help me to express things the way that I want to express them, and that's fine, but I'm swapping off colors, I'm using different brushes. I really love the surfaces I work on and the paints that I use, and but you always want to experiment and change. Otherwise, you're just doing the same stuff over and over again. So I think it's necessary to switch things up a little bit. In my studio, it's going to have to be my Hughes easel. It's one of those gigantic easels that moves up and down, side to side. Huge canvases, small canvases. I got that and it changed everything. Couldn't live without it. Ooh-wee. You know what? I would almost have to say the clothes I wear. It's all about the elements. I've got a great Bouchard box. I love my open-end box, but, being protected from sun and wind and bugs, that's primo. Comfort, yeah. Distractibility is an issue. So, if I'm not having to worry about putting on sunscreen, it just saves me a lot of steps. No bug spray, no sunscreen. Sometimes I get hot, sometimes I get cold. I can deal with that. It's the bugs that make me crazy and getting sunburned. Yeah.